The eyes of Europe are tonight on Ireland. Is there anything in the British proposals sent to Brussels yesterday that Dublin could accept or could even form a solid basis for new negotiations? Irish Taoiseach Leo Varadkar was today visiting the Swedish capital, Stockholm. He's been careful not to reject the proposals outright, but has serious, possibly insuperable reservations.
Any consent mechanism that were to exist would have to be reflective of the views of the whole of the population of Northern Ireland and not give any one party of any denomination a veto. And also we need to explore in much more detail the customs proposals being put forward.
His host, Sweden's Prime Minister, is one of many European leaders to insist today nothing will be agreed without Dublin's consent.
We must find a solution that can balance, on the one hand, protecting the single market, on the other hand, being very firm on avoiding a hard border between the Irish Republic and Northern Ireland. On that matter, Sweden stands in solidarity with Ireland.
A tweet from EU Council President Donald Tusk emphasised that point. My message to Leo Varadkar, he said, we stand fully behind Ireland. My message to Boris Johnson, we remain open, but still unconvinced. Johnson's point man on Brexit, David Frost, was back talking in the European Commission this afternoon. But last night, the European Parliament's top committee on Brexit had met. Its statement today, from a body that has to agree any deal, was that the proposals were not even remotely acceptable. The Parliament spelt out 3 areas of concern about the British plan. It requires customs checks, but doesn't say where or how. These, they say, would end frictionless trade and could be a threat to peace. With much of the detail to be worked out after Brexit Day, the Parliament says it wouldn't know what it was agreeing to. And with Stormont allowed to ditch the deal unilaterally, a hard border could be re-established in the future. Members of the committee are struggling to be positive.
Which jurisdiction in the world could accept to open a 500-kilometer border with no controls?
Does this even form the basis of something that could restart negotiations?
It does, in the same sense that Cape Canaveral was the basis for the moon landings. The moon landings happened, and yes, they started from Cape Canaveral, Florida. But there's some distance between the two.
The other issue is time. Even if these proposals were accepted in full, they'd have to be worked up into a fully fledged treaty in time for the leaders to sign off on them in just 2 weeks. That's not going to happen. If Boris Johnson still wants Britain to leave with a deal, it won't be on October the 31st. James Mates, News at 10, Brussels.